After months of anticipation, the Ahsoka series is finally dropping tomorrow over on Disney Plus, and I cannot freaking wait. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So in honor of the brand new Ahsoka series coming out tomorrow on Disney Plus, I thought it'd be fun to rank every single Funko Pop of Ahsoka that has come out thus far. For the sake of today's list, we do have some minor details that you need to pay attention to. We are not going to be including the brand new Ahsoka in her Jedi Starfighter ride that is yet to come out, and we're not going to be including any sort of Pocket Pops or Wacky Wobblers or Pop Pins or anything like that. We're strictly going to be talking about the 12 4-inch Ahsoka Pops that have been made thus far. So without any further ado, let's jump into the list. So for the first few Pops coming in at spot number 12, these are obviously the ones that I don't think most highly of. So coming in at number 12 is the Valentine's Day Ahsoka, and this is the all pink version where she's holding that box of chocolate. I'm not really a fan of this line. I don't really think it looks too great, and I don't think a lot of Star Wars collectors particularly need this one, although it is a fun Valentine's Day gift if you want to get something Star Wars themed for somebody that you know who likes Ahsoka. Coming in at number 11 is the mechanic version of Ahsoka. This was a GameStop exclusive, which they released back in 2021. Once again, another boring version of Ahsoka in my opinion. She's just holding a lightsaber and she's got one hand on her hip. When I think of Ahsoka, when I think of somebody that left the Jedi Order and went off and did her own thing in the Star Wars universe with as much history and backstory that she has, just standing there with your hand on your hip and your one lightsaber in your hand does not scream Ahsoka to me. And then coming in at number 10, this Ahsoka Pop was actually from that same wave as the mechanic, and this version of Ahsoka is from Season 7 of the Clone Wars, where she's got one blue lightsaber in front of her as well as one blue lightsaber behind her. This is a cool version, a little bit more of a dynamic pose, but I think that there is much better Ahsoka Pops out there, and that's why this one is coming in at number 10. Now coming in at number 9 is a version of Ahsoka that I deem to be a much more classic pose of her, and this is a younger version of Ahsoka from the beginning of the Clone Wars, where she actually has her two green lightsabers behind her back. Now, even though this isn't the most dynamic version of Ahsoka when it comes to her pops, this is actually classic to me because it highlights the fact that Ahsoka actually uses a reverse lightsaber grip compared to a lot of other characters in the Star Wars universe. I also think that this pop is extremely undervalued. At one point it was trending for $50, but you can actually pick it up today for only $16, which I think is an absolute steal. Now moving into spot number 8, this is a pick that I fully expect to get some hate for in the comments section below. So if you guys disagree with me, let me know. I want to hear your thoughts on how I rank all these pops, and if you disagree with my list, that is one of the great parts of YouTube and social media. We can all have different opinions, but coming in at number 8, I deem this pop to be a little bit overhyped and definitely overvalued, and this is the all blue Hall H exclusive Ahsoka, which is limited to only 500 pieces. Now, for those of you guys who don't know anything about this pop, this one was supposed to release last summer for San Diego Comic-Con 2022. For whatever reason, Funko did not release all 500 pieces. Some of them managed to trickle out into the wild, and some more of them have even been trickling onto the market thanks to Funko, as they've been using this specific Ahsoka Pop as a giveaway. They gave some away for this past Fun on the Run event, as well as during San Diego Comic-Con 2023 about a month ago. Now, because Ahsoka is a pretty popular character and this is a very limited pop, this is by far the most valuable Ahsoka pop on the market today, as she is currently trending for $3,920. And this is purely this much of an expensive pop just because there are so few of them on the market. So if you want to get this one, you have to shell out quite a bit of money. Although once all 500 pieces of these are finally released, I definitely see this one coming down by a lot and could see it settling out at the $300 to $400 range for a particular price point for this one. So coming in at number 7 is actually the same exact pop that we just talked about, and this is Ahsoka based off her appearance in The Mandalorian. It's a great mold, it's a great design. She's in a little bit more of a dynamic pose with her two white lightsabers, just like we saw as Rosario Dawson use in The Mandalorian Season 2 and in that one episode of the Book of Boba Fett. This is a great one. It's very reasonably priced. If you want to grab an Ahsoka for your collection, this is an excellent first Ahsoka to grab, as she's only trending for $10, and it's a great reminder of how amazing Rosario Dawson is in the role for Ahsoka. So coming in at number 6, we're actually going to be highlighting a 2-pack that was released onto the market not too long ago, and this is the GameStop exclusive Ahsoka vs. Darth Maul 2-pack. And this one, of course, is highlighting their epic duel from the Clone Wars Season 7 during the Siege of Mandalore. And this specific version of Ahsoka is actually exclusive to this 2-pack, so you can't buy this battle stance of Ahsoka as a singular pop. She's fighting Darth Maul. It looks fantastic. And I think this one could definitely be going up in value down the road. But if you want to grab it right now from GameStop's website, you can actually pick it up on sale, which is pretty nice. And coming in at number 5 is another version of Ahsoka, which I think is an extremely undervalued pop. And this is actually the other young Clone Wars version of Ahsoka, where she is in the action pose. So she's got one green lightsaber behind her, and her other hand is using that nice force push motion. And the reason that you could tell this is the younger version of Ahsoka is because her head tails aren't as long. We first saw Ahsoka in the Clone Wars movie in 2008, and then of course in the subsequent animated series. I really think that this is an amazing one. It was a Hot Topic exclusive, and at one point it was trending for $55, but today you can pick it up for only $24. If the Ahsoka series does well, I highly anticipate a lot of people going back and watching the Clone Wars and then wanting to grab this one for their collection. So don't sleep on this one. I could see it going back up very soon. So now moving into spot number 4, and just as a minor disclaimer for you guys, it was a little bit tough to put together this list. Even though I only had 12 Ahsoka pops to break down, it was still pretty challenging trying to rank them from 1 to 12. But nonetheless, coming in at number 4 is the Amazon exclusive Hooded Ahsoka. I am a sucker for the Hooded Jedi and Sith pops. I have every single one in my collection, and when I found out this one was coming out, I had to have it. It's a little bit more of a basic pop considering she just has the hood and she has her dual white lightsabers crossed, but nonetheless, it's a great Amazon exclusive and one that I had to have. Now coming in at number 3 is an Ahsoka pop that used to be a huge grail, and once again, if the show does well, I could see this one returning to grail status, and this is from arguably the best Star Wars line of pops that Funko has ever made, that being the Rebels line. And this one is the LA Comic-Con exclusive glow-in-the-dark holographic Ahsoka. At one point, this beautiful pop with an amazing glow was trending for $160. It's going for $75 today, so it's depreciated by quite a bit, but it is going back up, and I could definitely see this one crossing over that $100 threshold very soon. This is the only glow-in-the-dark Ahsoka pop they've ever made, so if you don't have this one, I would definitely grab it before it gets more expensive. Now coming in at number 2 is an Ahsoka pop that I bet most of you guys didn't think I would actually peg as the number 2 pop for today's ranking, and this one of course is the Power of the Galaxy Amazon exclusive Ahsoka in her white cloak and holding the staff. This is a very unique Ahsoka pop because she's actually not holding a lightsaber, and it highlights a great moment from the end of the Rebels TV series where she embarks on the search for Ezra with Sabine. Now, obviously that storyline is going to continue in the Ahsoka live action series, but she was actually wearing this cloak at the end of Rebels, and overall I think this pop just looks fantastic. So there's actually been so much demand for this Ahsoka pop that every time it has hit the Amazon site, it is sold out, and if you want to pick one up on the secondary market, you're going to have to shell out anywhere from $40 to $45 to get it, which is pretty crazy for such a new pop. So if this one is one that you've been eyeing, I would definitely go grab it at some point just because of how beautiful and unique it is. And coming in at the number 1 spot, in my opinion, for all of the Ahsoka pops, this one is by far the best in my book, and this is the Hot Topic exclusive original Rebels Ahsoka. Now, even though this mold for Ahsoka may not be as dynamic as some of the other pops that we've showcased today, I think this version is just absolutely gorgeous. So this one was a Hot Topic exclusive. At one point, it was trending for $170, but thanks to a lot of restocks as well as some overseas releases, this one has depreciated by quite a bit. However, it has been going up over the past several weeks, and now it's currently trending for $70. I don't know if we'll ever see it return to that 100 plus mark that it was at all those years ago. However, I do see this one continuing to go up, especially since that Rebels line has so many amazing characters that we are going to see in the Ahsoka series, like Ezra, Hera, Chopper, Sabine. We already saw Zeb in the Mandalorian Season 3, but this one to me is just classic Ahsoka from the Rebels series. It's absolutely gorgeous. The colors are awesome, and that Rebels black and gold box style is just phenomenal. So that is my list for all of the Ahsoka Pops, guys. Let me know down in the comment section below if you agree or you disagree. Do you have any Ahsoka Pops in your collection? Or maybe some of you guys have multiple, and I would love to hear all your thoughts down in the comment section below. Even though I am super hyped for that brand new ride that's going to be coming out, I am also beyond excited for that 332nd Trooper that they just announced that is going to be a BAM exclusive. I already pre-ordered mine, and I put the link in the description below if you guys want to go grab one for your collection. Also, if you guys didn't see the Tales of the Jedi animated show, there was a baby Ahsoka who made an appearance. I think that is a great opportunity for Funko to make another unique version of Ahsoka in a pop form. I would love to see that someday. But guys, we're going to move on now to our Monday motivation segment. Since it is Monday, and every single Monday we do like to bring you a small piece of Monday motivation to help kickstart your week and get you through the toughest day of the week, which is of course Monday. And even though it's going to be a very good week with the Ahsoka series, I think this is a very important time to focus on going out and grabbing any or all of the Rebels Pops if you guys haven't picked them up already. So that's why for today's Monday motivation, it is go grab those original Rebels Pops, because I think all of them are going to be going up in value. And as some of you guys may know, some of them are already pretty up there, like Ezra, Kanan, Grand Admiral Thrawn. Those may be out of reach for a lot of collectors. However, if you can afford to go grab Sabine, Old Man Captain Rex, the Rebels Ahsoka that we just talked about, the Hot Topic exclusive, Zeb, Chopper, those are all fairly reasonably priced. However, I foresee them going up quite a bit this year, and they may not come back down. So if you guys are interested in any of those pops, don't sleep on that line. Go grab the Rebels Pops before they all become way too expensive for you to pick up. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Let me know your thoughts on my rankings down below. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and let me know if you're as excited for Ahsoka as I am. So with that being said, don't stop shooting until you score, and we'll see you tonight.